What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be solving the system of equations x squared plus x equal to y cubed minus y and y squared plus y equal to x cubed minus x. Well, our first step will be for us to subtract this second equation from the first equation. So I'm going to be having x squared minus y squared plus x minus y equal to y cubed minus x cubed minus y plus x. Now notice that x is going to be cancelling out. The negative y will also cancel out. Now our next step will be for us to move everything on the right to the left. And when I do that, I have x squared minus y squared plus, because as negative x cubed crosses, it becomes positive x cubed on the left. Now, as positive y cubed crosses, it becomes minus y cubed on the left. Now, equal to 0. Now, let's factorize this. If you notice, this is difference of two squares, which can be expressed as x minus y times x plus y. Plus, and also notice this is difference of two cubes, which can be expressed as x minus y times x squared plus xy plus y squared. So that's it, equal to 0. Now looking at these two expressions, you'll notice that x minus y is common, which we can easily factorize out, x minus y. Now, leaving behind x plus y plus x squared plus xy plus y squared equal to 0. Now, you notice that I have two cases. I have x minus y to be equal to 0, or for the other case, I have x plus y plus x squared plus xy plus y squared equal to 0. So let's go with this first case first. So we have x to be equal to y. When I move negative y to the right hand side, it becomes y. So I'm going to be working with this first. So x is equal to y. Let's put this in any of these two equations. I'm going to be choosing the first equation, which is equation 1. So wherever I see y, I'm going to be substituting x. So let's do that real quick. So substituting, we're going to be having x squared plus x equal to, remember we said wherever we see y, we're going to be putting x there. So this becomes x cubed minus x. Now let's move everything on the left to the right hand side. And when I do that, I'm going to be having x cubed minus x squared minus 2x equal to 0. You notice that x is common, so we can factorize x out. So bringing out x, I have x squared minus x minus 2 to be equal to 0. So we have two cases. We have x to be equal to 0, or x squared minus x minus 2 equal to 0. So for this other one, we'll notice that x plus 1 times x minus 2 is what we can use to factorize this, equal to 0. And we got the value for x to be equal to negative 1, or x is equal to 2. And remember, we said x is equal to y. That means the values for x and y are, when x is 0, y is also equal to 0. When x is negative 1, y is also negative 1. And when x is 2, y is also 2. So these are the three solutions from this first case. So now let's focus on this second case. So for this second case, x is not equal to y. So let's focus on this. Remember, from this second case, x is not equal to y. Now, take note of these first three terms. These first three terms here. Take note of that. From equation 1, I'm going to be taking this from equation 1. Remember, equation 1 is x squared plus x equal to y cubed minus y. Now I'm going to be moving this negative y to the left hand side so that it becomes x squared plus x. As negative y crosses to the left, it becomes plus y equal to y cubed. Now look at this expression and look at this expression. You notice that they are the same thing. That means this expression, which is same as this, is equal to y cubed. So I can go ahead and substitute y cubed for this. So this expression here becomes y cubed plus xy plus y squared equal to 0. We can go ahead and factorize y out since y is common. So y out, leaving behind y squared plus x plus y equal to 0. So we have two cases here. We have y to be equal to 0, or for this other case, we have y squared plus x plus y is equal to 0. We can go ahead and put this value for y equal to 0 in any of the original equations. I choose equation 1, so I'm going to be putting y equal to 0 in equation 1. So on doing that, I have x squared plus x, that's equation 1, equal to, remember, y is 0, so I'm going to be having 0 here. Now notice that x is common, so we can bring out x plus 1 equal to 0. So we have x to be equal to 0 or x equal to negative 1. So the values for x and y we have here, value for x and y, we have y to be 0 and x to be 0. So this, we've already got x and y to be 0, so no need of writing that again. Now for this, we have x to be negative 1 and y to be 0. And by symmetry, we can also have x to be 0 and y to be negative 1. That's by symmetry. Now let's focus on this other case. So for this other case, let me write that here. So we have y squared plus x plus y equal to 0. So now let's make x the subject. So making x the subject, I'm going to be having x to be equal to negative y squared minus y. Now I'm going to be substituting this for x in equation 1. So for equation 1, I have x squared. So this can be written as negative y squared minus y. So squared, that's our x squared, plus x, that means negative y squared minus y. That is the plus x we have there, equal to y cubed minus y. So let's go ahead and expand this. On expanding, we have y to power 4 plus 2y to power 3 plus y squared. That is what I have from expanding this. Now minus y squared minus y equal to y cubed minus y. Now notice that negative y is here, negative y is here, which can go off. And also notice that y squared minus y squared can also go off. So this becomes y to power 4. This is 2y to power 3. As this moves to this side, so it becomes negative. So I have plus y to power 3 equal to 0. Now notice that y to power 3 is common. So factorizing that out, I have y plus 1 remaining equal to 0. And notice that y here is equal to 0, or y plus 1 is equal to 0, which is y is equal to negative 1. So notice that we've already solved for when y is 0, we've got the value for x. We've also solved for when y is negative 1, and we've also got the value for x. So there are no extra solution. So the solution to this are just 5. Well, feel free to share your ideas in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video and have learned something from this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss my upcoming videos. And like I always say, until next time, take care.